Hello everybody, and it is my great pleasure to bring you the 2021 DDNet Game of the Year Awards. We're going to be announcing one per day over much of this month, celebrating the very best and brightest of the video game industry through the year, and it has been an absolutely incredible year indeed. There has almost not been a single week that has gone by without a game that is worth talking about, and we have almost 50 games to award across all of our categories this year, just showing just how much variety and quality and depth there has been in what developers and publishers have been able to put out through very difficult situations. This year we will be giving away 4 awards per category, 2 bronze, 1 silver and 1 gold. It should go without saying which is the top award, that being the gold of course, but don't overlook the others. These are all excellent games that you're going to see over the course of these awards, and we highly recommend that you try each and every single one of them. So with all of that, sit back, relax and enjoy, and allow us to bring you the very best that 2021 has given us. The first game in our Arthouse Game of the Year award is Unpacking. We really cannot stop giving Unpacking awards this year, but that just goes to show how much this game really got to us. It offers such a simple concept, but it moved us, it made us laugh, it left us in a very reflective mood by the end of it. It does what a lot of the best artworks do, basically, and it did so with an unassuming humility that was a delight to experience. Art is there to reflect on our lives and experiences, and that is what Unpacking does. Everybody moves home at some stage, everyone struggles with the idea that not all of their beloved possessions will fit into their new space, and when that happens, everybody asks the same question, and it is one of triage. What's important and what needs to be hidden away and, sadly, nearly forgotten. This is the experience that Unpacking taps into, and it is one of the most relevant and pertinent reflections on life that we've played all year. The second bronze medal in this category goes to Nyosia. If Unpacking is a simple game that taps into our emotions and our sense of nostalgia, Nyosia is almost the polar opposite. It's a kind of death game experience if you think Battle Royale, Danganronpa or the Nonary games, where you need to figure out who among a crew of weirdos is also a villain, with the lives of everybody in the crew at stake. Like the best death game narratives, Nyosia will certainly get you thinking too. And if you know anything about game theory as a philosophical concept, you will have a field day analysing this one. Nyosia is also wildly entertaining thanks to its cast of interesting, oddball, and humorous characters. It's also quite impressive just how interactive it is. Most death game games, Danganronpa and the like, draw you through a pretty linear narrative. Nyosia, meanwhile, has randomization that keeps you on your toes, and leads to a strong emergent narrative that only strengthens its reflections on game theory as a philosophy. You could very easily write a thesis about how this game handles that. The silver medal for Arthouse Game of the Year goes to Sumeria. Any artwork that can move you to tears is, almost by definition, a powerful piece of art. Sumeria made many of us cry, and I do mean us, as in just about everybody I know that played it. It's not that it's particularly explicit or tragic, it's just that it is perfectly pitched, deeply emotional, and a story of an innocence, loss, regret, love, and a lesson in just how little time each of us have on Earth. Sumeria is short and to the point. It'll only take you around 3 hours to complete, but were it any longer than that, it would lose a lot of its impact. At some point, the tears that the game encourages would have dried up and you would have become desensitized to the story that it was telling. Sumeria's greatest strength is that it doesn't let you get to that point, when every moment is not just a beautiful visual on the screen, but a touching reflection on something very human. You end up with a game that is effortlessly more potent and compelling than most games that last 100 hours. It'll stay with you longer too. How many mammoth games have you forgotten almost immediately as soon as you finished playing them? You will not be doing that with Sumeria. Finally, for this category, the gold medal. It goes to the Caligula Effect 2. Much like its predecessor, the Caligula Effect 2 is destined to become a nearly forgotten game. There are rough edges all over the place with the gameplay, and it has an aesthetic that is easy to misinterpret, so many people will never look at it twice. And that is a pity, because this is also one of the smartest, sharpest games that has ever been crafted. The Caligula Effect 2 is so darned philosophical that it borders on the literary at times. The core theme of the game is that of constructed reality. If we can paint over reality to live a more idealized version of it, should we? With the world becoming increasingly fused with the digital via AR and VR, it's a question that we are actually going to be asking more and more. And in many ways, the Caligula Effect 2 is a game that is ahead of its time. For now, the idea of immersing ourselves in digital worlds so complete and utopic that we lose sense of ourselves is a wild fiction, and it will remain so right up until the point it's not.